Hey guys, so I know you guys are home and enjoying your Sunday. It's raining, so I figured everybody's is at home, so that'll be a great opportunity to just share with you guys a little video on how to calculate your mortgage payment. So some of you guys are currently on the market to buy a new home, or you are in the future, and you're on Zillow and you're browsing and you see a house is 300,000 and you want to find out how much you'll be paying every month. So most of you guys will use the calculator that Zillow provides. Mortgage calculator, they will give you a mortgage payment. So what Zillow actually gives you is these two. All these 5 things make up your mortgage payment. So when you go on Zillow and you use the calculator, they're only giving you the principal and the interest. They're not going to give you these. That is why that amount is not accurate. I find people come to me and say, oh, I found a house for 300,000 and I calculated I can afford it. It's only 1,500. No, it's not 1,500. You still have to pay taxes on that. You still have to pay homeowners insurance. And if you have to pay the PMI, that's added on the price. I will explain a little later what is a PMI. Okay, so the easiest way to calculate your mortgage payment. Everybody has a smartphone. So what you do is you download a financial calculator or finance calculator. Don't know what they call it, but I have an all-in-one calculator. So it has like loan repayment feature on there. So I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but if you can see it, it's just a loan repayment feature. So when you click on that, it will give you it's like this. Again, I do not know if you can see it, but I will read it to you. Okay, so it will ask you the loan amount, the interest rate, and how long you're getting the mortgage for. Is it 15 years or 30 years? And then it will calculate the mortgage payment for you. So we're gonna do a simple number. Your loan, you buying a house, a $200,000 house, and you are required, your lender tells you that you're required to put down 3%. I'm just throwing numbers out there. I'm not saying that's how it's supposed to be, but I'm just giving you an example. These numbers are just hypothetically, okay? Just using the numbers. So if you find a house, the house is 200,000, and your lender tells you you're required to put 3% down. 3% of 200,000 is $6,000. So you take 200,000 minus $6,000, that gives you 194. That is your loan amount. You are not borrowing 200,000 because you are bringing $6,000 to the table. So therefore, you are not financing the $6,000. You're only financing 200 minus 6,000, which is 194. So you would punch in 194 for the loan amount, and then they ask you the interest rate. Let's assume the interest rate is 5%. How long? The mortgage, 30-year. And you click done, and it tells you right there at the bottom. Again, you're gonna forgive me, I'm not a YouTuber. I don't have all these fancy things that they have and all these features that they have that they can make these awesome videos. Anyway, so that gives you an amount of 1,040. So 1,040. That's these two. That number that you're gonna get from that calculator has nothing to do with these 3 things. The mortgage insurance, I'm not gonna dive in that too deep. Basically, you pay a PMI if you do not have 20% down for your house. So if you're buying a house of 200,000 and you have 40,000 to put down, you won't have to worry about that PMI because 40,000 is 20% of 200,000. So if you have that 40,000 laying around and you want to put it down for your house, don't have to worry about PMI. PMI is for those that do not have 20% down. Anything that you put that is lower than 20%, you're gonna pay PMI. The only thing that I can explain to you, I can break it down. You won't be able to work it out yourself at home to see how much PMI is going to be, because PMI is determined by your debt to income ratio, your loan to value, and your credit score. So you can just leave that for now. It's hard to calculate the PMI, but the PMI is not a lot of money. So some people, they will pay like $80 in PMI. Some people are paying $100. So it's not a significant amount of money monthly. So I would just say you can maybe just estimate it at 100. Again, I cannot give you that amount. Just estimate it. So taxes. So when you find a house you love, you go and you look, and it's public information. It will tell you exactly how much the taxes are. So if it says that the taxes are $3,000 for this house, you take $3,000 and you divide it by 12. Whatever that number is, you plug it in there. That's how much it's going to be added. So I'm not going to use, okay, let me just say $3,000 of the taxes. I'm going to use a calculator for everything. I don't care if you know how to work it out in your head. Good for you. It's 250. So that'll be 250. So then you call Geico or State Farm, whatever company you're going to use. The best thing to do is whoever insures your car, you should go with them first, because when you bundle things, they usually is cheaper. So, but this is if you are actually in the process of buying a home. That's when you'll be calling around and trying to figure out which company will give you a better deal. But if you're just estimating, just always use something maybe like $60 to $80, or you can do $60 to $100 to estimate your monthly, because that's usually where it's at. Most people would choose something that's like $60. So we're just gonna use $60. So $60. Now you're gonna add all these numbers. Say we said we're just gonna use 100. This number right here, this right here is the only thing that you will not be able to calculate yourself. But it will give you at least an idea. Just give it 100. It's not going to be too off. So you calculate all that. So that's $250 plus $60 plus $100 plus $1041. Look at the difference. 1,400. 1,451. When you called me, you said, Zillow said that your mortgage is going to be $1,041. And now look at it, where you end up. It's an extra $500. Or extra, if you want to be accurate, it's extra. I would just say $500 because of that number right there. It's an extra $500 that you did not anticipate for, because you thought that, oh, it's just $1,041. So that's how you work out your mortgage payment, instead of calling the lender every single time. But if you have a lender and you're actually in the process of buying a house, they're always willing to work out the numbers for you. So don't be afraid. Most of the lenders that I work with, they don't have a problem. When you find a house and you send the address to them, they will work out the numbers before you even put an offer, so you know what you're getting yourself into. But if you're just shopping around and you're kind of playing with the numbers and you're just going online and see what's out there, how much can you afford, this is the best way to calculate your mortgage payment. If you have any questions, feel free to call me or text me. I'll be happy to explain it to you further. But I think that was like the simplest way of explaining it. So let me not find you calling me, going to Zillow and telling me that that's your mortgage insurance. Now you're smarter now. You know better. So I want you guys to be safe out there. Stay home if you can. But I know if you have to hustle, that is up to you. You just want to make sure that everybody around you is safe. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Sunday. Thanks.